End-user needs and preferences are driving development concepts in the UAE. Tenant requirements are influencing project sizes and designs. UAE developers Majid Al Futtaim and Lootah real estate development are at the forefront of the drive. Majid Al Futtaim recently unveiled the findings of a neuroscience study that was aimed at identifying the drivers behind emotional attachment to urban developments and communities. Conducted by Neurons Incorporated, the study used EEG and eye-tracking technology to measure UAE participants' conscious and subconscious responses to 100 images of urban developments and landscapes from around the world. More than 1 million data points were collected from the study and analyzed to arrive at the findings. An emphasized preference for greenery and natural landscapes was detected by the research. A subconscious preference for shades of blue and green in design, as well as artistic features that people can interact with, was also discovered by the study. Meanwhile, among the strongest negative responses were recorded for images that displayed a visible lack of human interaction and natural landscapes. Majid Al Futtaim's study falls under a popular marketing practice called neuromarketing. Harvard Business School defines neuromarketing as a study that uses neuroscience and brain tracking tools to determine why consumers prefer some products over others. In a research paper from 2012, the business school says that neuromarketing can provide important but complex data to companies that target a global audience. Hawazin Esper, the Chief Executive Officer of Majid Al Futtaim Communities, says the study will support his team's ambition to become a destination creator, especially in the mixed-use property segment.
Designing environments for happy, healthy people doesn't need to be complex. What we found was a clear distinction between conscious and subconscious responses. For instance, when asked, respondents consciously indicated a liking for vibrant environments with a highly active social interaction. However, when analyzing subconscious brain activity, we found that simple and everyday human activities have a more positive and lasting impact on our minds. Human activity, greenery, and artistic features are the most powerful drivers of emotional engagement.
Meanwhile, Lootah Real Estate Development is also designing projects based on end-user preferences. Mustafa Jassim, Head of Business Development at Lootah Real Estate, says this trend is reshaping how the company's residential units are sized and designed.
When we say end users, as people who is going to use this apartment, it might be the buyer or it might be a tenant for an investor. So we thought that let's put these people into our designing process and start build around it.
Lootah Real Estate Development's most recent launch is Shamal Residences in Jumeirah Village Circle. Jassim says the development of Shamal Residences was a learning curve for his colleagues and him, in terms of the community, buyers' preferences, and the type of buyers that the company receives.
This is give us a clear indication about how much market is changing from an investment real estate market into end users real estate markets. This was considered when we did the design for the waves. So the end users became our focus.
Echoing Esber's opinion, Jassim says that his team is increasingly focusing on common areas as end users in Dubai seek out spaces to indulge in community-wide activities. At Lootah Real Estate Development, this means building bigger and better terraces.
We think terraces is the way where people can really do lots of social activities and more entertainment, more outdoor things.
Jassim says that initiatives such as Majid Al Futtaim's and his companies will gain traction in Dubai as tenant education and awareness increase.
They visit every property and they look into the material, and sometimes they get preferences from their peers. So we have a very much educated and aware buyers.